There are places you visit once and never forget. Places that stay with you long after the journey ends. The Greek islands are one of those places. Scattered across the sparkling waters of the Aegean Sea, these islands look almost too beautiful to be real. White houses shine beneath the Mediterranean sun. Blue domed churches overlook endless horizons. Fishing boats drift peacefully through crystal-clear bays while narrow stone streets lead to hidden cafes and centuries-old traditions. Every island has its own personality, its own rhythm, and its own story. Some are famous around the world, while others remain quiet treasures waiting to be discovered. But together they create one of the most extraordinary travel destinations on Earth. Today we are leaving behind the noise of everyday life and setting sail into a world of breathtaking coastlines, timeless villages, unforgettable food, and a culture that has been shaped by the sea for thousands of years. This is the story of the Greek islands. As the first rays of sunlight touch the waters of the Aegean Sea, Greece begins to reveal its magic. More than 6,000 islands and islets are scattered across these waters, creating one of the most unique landscapes in the world. Although only a fraction of them are inhabited, each one carries its own traditions, history, and way of life. For centuries, the sea has connected these islands, bringing merchants, travelers, fishermen, and explorers from distant lands. Even today, life continues to revolve around the water. Ferries arrive carrying visitors from around the world. Fishing boats return to harbor with the morning catch. Villages wake slowly beneath church bells and the scent of freshly baked bread. The relationship between the people and the sea can be felt everywhere. It is a connection that has shaped generations and continues to define the spirit of the Greek islands. Among all the Greek islands, there is one name that instantly captures the imagination of travelers around the world. Mykonos, often called a jewel of the Aegean Sea. This island has become a symbol of everything people dream about when they imagine a Mediterranean escape. Yet Mykonos is far more than beautiful beaches and famous photographs. It is a place where history, culture, and natural beauty come together in a way that feels almost magical. As the ferry approaches the island, the first thing that stands out is the brilliant white color of the buildings. Against the deep blue waters of the Aegean Sea, the town appears like a painting brought to life. Whitewashed houses stretch across the coastline while narrow pathways weave between homes, cafes, and churches have stood here for generations. At the heart of the island lies Mykonos Town, known locally as Chora. Walking through its winding streets feels like stepping into another era. The alleyways are intentionally narrow and maze-like, originally designed to protect residents from pirate attacks centuries ago. Today, these same streets create one of the most charming urban landscapes in Greece. Around every corner, visitors discover colorful flowers hanging from balconies, small family-owned shops, traditional bakeries, and hidden cafes where life moves at a slower pace. One of the island's most iconic landmarks is the historic windmills that stand proudly above the sea. For hundreds of years, these windmills played an important role in the local economy, using the island's strong winds to grind grain brought by farmers and sailors. Today, they remain a powerful reminder of Mykonos' past and offer some of the most breathtaking views on the island. Just below the windmills lies Little Venice, one of the most photographed locations in all of Greece. Here, colorful balconies extend directly over the water, creating the impression that the buildings are floating above the sea. As evening approaches, visitors gather along the waterfront to watch the sunset. The sky slowly transforms into shades of gold, orange, pink, and purple while the sea reflects every color. It is a moment that many travelers remember for the rest of their lives. But Mykonos is not only about scenery. The island is filled with energy. During the day, visitors relax on beautiful beaches where crystal-clear waters meet golden sand. Some beaches offer peaceful escapes surrounded by nature, while others are alive with music, restaurants, and vibrant social life. Whether someone seeks relaxation or adventure, Mykonos offers both. As the sun sets and the evening begins, the island transforms once again. Streets fill with laughter and conversation. Restaurants serve fresh seafood and traditional Greek dishes, prepared with local ingredients. Music drifts through the air while people gather to celebrate life beneath the warm Mediterranean night sky. Yet beyond the luxury and the popularity, Mykonos has never lost its connection to its roots. Fishermen still head out to sea each morning. Church bells still echo through the town. Families continue traditions that have been passed down for generations. It is this balance between old and new that gives Mykonos its unique character and makes it one of the most unforgettable islands in the world. But to truly understand the Greek islands, we must look beyond the famous landmarks and discover the culture, traditions, and way of life that have shaped these islands for centuries. While Mykonos may capture the world's attention with its famous beaches and iconic views, the true soul of the Greek islands can be found in the traditions, culture, and everyday experiences that have shaped life here for centuries. Beyond the postcards and travel photographs lies a way of life deeply connected to family, community, and the sea. One of the first things visitors notice when arriving on a Greek island is the warmth of the people. Hospitality is not simply a custom in Greece. It is part of the culture itself. There is an ancient tradition known as philoxenia, which means friendship toward strangers. For generations, welcoming guests has been considered a matter of pride. Whether entering a small cafe, a family-owned restaurant, or a village shop, visitors are often greeted with genuine kindness and conversation. Life on the islands follows a rhythm that feels very different from the fast pace of many modern cities. Mornings often begin with fishermen returning to harbor after hours at sea. Local bakeries fill the streets with the aroma of fresh bread and pastries. Village squares slowly come to life as residents gather to share coffee, stories, and news from the community. Time seems to move more slowly here, allowing people to appreciate the simple moments of everyday life. Food is at the center of Greek culture. Meals are not rushed. They are opportunities for families and friends to come together. Tables filled with fresh ingredients grown locally or harvested from the sea. Olive oil, often called liquid gold, appears in almost every dish. Traditional Greek salads made with tomatoes, cucumbers, olives, and feta cheese reflect the simplicity and freshness of Mediterranean cooking. Seafood remains one of the island's greatest treasures. Fresh fish, grilled octopus, shrimp, and calamari are served in waterfront tavernas overlooking the sea. Many recipes have been passed down through generations, preserving flavors that have defined Greek cuisine for centuries. Every meal tells a story about the island, its people, and their connection to the surrounding waters. Throughout the year, festivals bring communities together in celebration. Village streets fill with music, dancing, and laughter. Traditional Greek dances continue late into the evening, while local musicians perform songs that have echoed across these islands for generations. These celebrations are not performed for tourists. They are living traditions that remain an important part of island life. The architecture of the Greek islands also reflects centuries of adaptation and tradition. Whitewashed buildings help keep homes cool during the hot Mediterranean summers. Blue doors and windows mirror the colors of the sea and sky. Narrow streets provide shade from the sun while protecting villages from strong coastal winds. Every detail serves both beauty and purpose. As the day slowly comes to an end, families gather for dinner, while fishing boats return to harbor beneath a golden sunset. Conversations continue late into the evening. The sea becomes calm. Lights begin to glow from homes and cafes, overlooking the water. It is during these quiet moments that visitors begin to understand why so many people fall in love with the Greek islands. Because the true beauty of Greece is not found only in its landscapes. It is found in its people, its traditions, and its ability to make visitors feel not like tourists, but like part of the story itself. As the journey across the Greek islands continues, it becomes clear that their beauty is not defined by a single beach, village, or sunset. It is the feeling these islands create, a feeling of freedom, a feeling of simplicity, a feeling that life can be enjoyed at a slower and more meaningful pace. One of the most remarkable aspects of island life is the connection between people and nature. Everywhere you look, the sea is present. It shapes daily routines, local traditions, and even the identity of the communities that call these islands home. For centuries, fishermen have sailed these waters before sunrise, relying on the sea to support their families and preserve a way of life that has existed for generations. Beyond the coastline, the landscapes reveal another side of Greece. Rolling hills covered with olive trees stretch across the countryside. Small chapels stand on hilltops overlooking the sea. Ancient stone pathways connect villages that have remained largely unchanged for hundreds of years. Walking through these quiet places feels like stepping into a different era, far removed from the noise and rush of modern life. Many visitors arrive expecting only beautiful scenery, but they leave with memories of human connections. They remember conversations with local residents. They remember family-owned tavernas where meals lasted for hours. They remember watching the sunset beside people from different countries, all sharing the same sense of wonder. These moments often become more meaningful than the famous landmarks themselves. As evening arrives, the islands transform once again. Golden sunlight reflects across the sea, while whitewashed buildings glow beneath the fading sky. Church bells ring softly in the distance. Fishing boats return to harbor after a long day on the water. Families gather around tables filled with traditional food, sharing stories and laughter as they have done for generations. For many travelers, this is the true magic of Greece. Not luxury, not popularity, but authenticity. A place where ancient traditions continue to thrive in a rapidly changing world. A place where people still value community, hospitality, and simple pleasures. The Greek islands remind us that travel is not only about seeing new places. It is about experiencing different ways of life. It is about discovering cultures that broaden our understanding of the world. It is about slowing down long enough to appreciate moments that often go unnoticed. And as our journey approaches its final chapter, one question remains. Why do so many people visit the Greek islands once and spend the rest of their lives dreaming of returning? The answer lies not only in the landscapes or the history, but in something far more powerful. A feeling that stays with you long after the journey ends.